there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with match number 4 with the Restore Balance. We'll go ahead and keep this hand. It seems to have everything we want. 2 lands, 2 border posts. Doesn't have the Greater Gargadon, but that's fine. We do also have an Ardent Plea, so we're a little bit susceptible to both counterspells and disruption. There's a Beast Within to help our cause. The Arid Mesa is kind of weird here, or because it can get the red source, and yeah, we've got the green source, but we need a blue. So the first thing we suspend is probably, or is going to be this. Well, I'm gonna thin. Definitely gonna thin. Just go get a basic plains. I don't think I need the mountain for anything special. It gives us that, yeah, because we have the green source there. I think just another plains is the right call, and we'll go ahead and just put out the blue, white, yeah, this blue one. And then pass turn. So it's going to be Tron, which is going to be difficult because this is the counterspell Tron. We draw into the Emrakul, which is absolutely horrible. So we're going to go with, we have Beast Within, though. That's going to be able to take care of the, so we'll suspend this one. And see if he decides to counter it for whatever reason. And he will remand, which does set us back. We can just discard the Emrakul, though. So another not a decent matchup for the Restore Balance. We're gonna have to try this again. See if it gets remanded again. Or just flat out counterspelled. And I think we want this to survive. So that works in our favor. Got rid of a counterspell. There's his Thought-Knot Seer, which does take that does take the Ardent Plea. So now we need to draw into a card. We can beast it, though. If I care to beast it, they'll draw us a card off the Thought-Knot. But depending on if we just draw into another plains. So Beast Within, kill the Thought-Knot Seer, draws us a card. I still just think establishing this border post is probably the right line of play. And I do want it returned, because this will destroy all of his lands, if that's the case. The thing is, I could just, I could set him back a turn. No, we just have to go for the border post. Well, yeah, that allows for Ajani Vengeant. And I think we should be good to go. So if he has Tron, I think we just lose here. If he doesn't have Tron, we should be okay. So no Tron, but it could just be a counterspell in hand. So I'll take the damage. Nahiri is interesting here, actually. Yeah, Nahiri's actually really good. Because we can, if he counters it, he counters it. But it gets rid of a counterspell. I don't think he's got the buyback. Is that the buyback counterspell for 5? No, he just has a Condescend for 4. Alright, so Nahiri gets countered. He has to scry 2 and try to find Tron or something else that will just close out this game. But he is at the mercy of one of my top decks. The Plains is awkward because it still gives him a land. Doesn't have Tron. Probably just found another counterspell in his hand. So this we can just keep up Beast Within. I don't even want to play... Well, that actually makes my decision a little bit better. Because I don't want to play another one, because it will leave him with 1 land. But then it will leave me with less cards. But I think we do want... I don't think we want any of our lands here, so I think I just pass the turn. And he's going to Thirst. And he goes Sundering Titan. I think I just might Beast Within his Thought Seer right now. Got another remand? Ay, ay, ay. Still no Tron. Still no... Yeah, still no card on our part. Again, we'll just wait. Still don't think I play a Plains. Can't believe he's just playing out lands here. We'll Beast Within now. See if he just lets it go. And remand again. So it's going to do damage to us. That's 3 remands. So we have to keep up the beast no matter what we draw here. There's a Violent Outburst. We found what we needed to. So can we do both? That'd be 3 and 3. So we'll play a Plains. And I think we're okay here. Because we'll Beast Within. And then Violent Outburst. And we have, yes, we do have the mana. He finds Tron. Unfortunately, that just might be a game if he's got the buyback counterspell now. Just another Condescend. So before this happens, we need to Violent Outburst. And if it hits, it hits. Hopefully it's not remand number 4. Or Condescend. Oh, it hits! And that should be game. That just punished him. It does. Yeah, I don't even have to discard any cards. And there's the Greater Gargadon. So he does get a scry, but that was just a blowout. We got the Violent Outburst, which is the perfect card. So can't complain here. And the Greater Gargadon's gonna, actually just Ajani's gonna come out next turn. And in fact, we will just go get the Mountain, and then Ajani. And then we can suspend the Greater Gargadon. And we should be in great shape. Yeah, got rid of most of his Tron. There's another island that does come out. But the Gargadon is close to be coming out. Yeah, we can sack all lands and do it all over again here. I think that we just do that right now. So we're going to might as well just play this Plains, I would assume. Nah, we'll leave it. Nah, yeah, we can just play this play. No, it doesn't matter when we do it. So let's go on to the Greater Gargadon. And let's go ahead and tap these two. And then eat. And even if he counters this, what we'll end up doing is tapping down his island indefinitely. So lots of his Tron pieces gone now. Remand, we can still just cast it again. So it does nothing. Oh no, yeah, we can still cast the oh no, we can't cast the Ardent Plea again. So, but we do tap down the island indefinitely. And I'm not even going to play the Plains, no point to it, no point to restore balance quite yet. So I'm just going to pass the turn. That's all four of his remands. See if he just top decks into another island. He does, which is kind of an expedition map. But I'm ticking this up to destroy all lands, so it's not the best scenario for our opponent to be in. Nahiri is going to be really, really good because we can Nahiri here, so there's our other win condition. So he's on a lot of threats here from Ajani and Nahiri. Jeez, though, I need to actually probably tap down his Tron next turn. That is ridiculous that he finds Tron. I do have an activation with Nahiri. Doesn't find it. And I think we will just Borderpost here. Don't think I suspend the restore balance. The good news is Emrakul can find back restore balances, get everything back in the hand. And he has to kill me this turn. I'm trying to think what can actually happen this turn, though. With Tron Assemble is 3 for 5, 6, 7 mana. And yeah, Nahiri and Ajani happen next turn. So we pull that one off. Crazy with the amount of counter spells. I don't think Leyline comes in. Leyline of the Void does shut down partial combos. Beast Within is decent for taking out Tron, and so is Blood Moon. So I think this is just the Blood Moon Beast Within combo. Nahiri's good. Ajani is okay. I think Ajani can probably go down in count. And Greater Gargadon doesn't seem like... I think that this is the one you want the Nahiri combo to work for. A Greater Gargadon helps us sack our own lands, though, so it's usually a card that you can never cut. It's going to be some amount of Nahiris and probably Ajani. And maybe just the Blood Moons are wonderful. Beast Within, I guess, is just the other card that just has to be cut. And Leyline of Sanctity is unnecessary. Kitchen Finks, Firespout, unnecessary. So we will submit it and hope for the best here. for a Blood Moon. And do I just mulligan till a decent Blood Moon? Can't go wrong with this hand, I don't think. Because we have the Greater Gargadon suspended. And we do have an Ardent Plea. And we have plenty of lands just to get to where we need. I'd rather just guarantee some of these out quickly. And from now on, if he casts another spell, we're not going to. Oh, geez. So Flooded Strand. That can go get us a white source. Or blue. The blue's in our hand. And unfortunately, he has that counterspell mana, so it's just going to be a cat and mouse game here if he taps out. Another Greater Gargadon allows us at least to spend it. But this is Thought-Knot Seer. We just drew into way too many lands. I mean, we have very few lands left in our deck. Well, that's annoying. Alright, we won't go this route ever again. We can cast 2 of them next turn. Solemn Simulacrum's weird. Just draws him a card, ramps him up. Yeah, Hurkyl's Recall just didn't really do much. Nahiri would have been lovely. Wurmcoils are actually pretty decent. Still doesn't have Tron, but Condescends and Remands are a thing. And he's going to keep that mana open. If this is Thought-Knot Seer too, I'm in trouble. Just going to repeal it. Again, not the worst thing that can happen. Maybe at that point I start eating them to the Greater Gargadon. Alright, another land. I think we just start going land go instead. Do you even have any more targets for both of these? Yes, I will. But we will get rid of the other planes, because we can go, let's get rid of the Arid Mesa. But it could be locked out here just due to him keeping up counterspell mana. Get an Elder Deep Fiend here? Just repill. Yeah, I gotta quit playing any sort of these border posts with the repills. So we'll take that strategy out of the equation. At this point, we can just get rid of one of them. And he does have Tron assembled, so if he has the buyback counterspell combo, we're toast. Gotta think one of them is in there. He's got 8 counterspells. There could be a Mindslaver here too. 13 mana. What could be happening for 13 mana? Emrakul, the Promised End. Too bad we don't have a Violent Outburst here. That's going to be game. Not even allow him to look at my hand. We do get an extra turn after it, though. Yeah, oh, whatever. I guess I didn't need to do that because he gets to cast. I'm not sure what he'd do, but then just hold up the counterspell. Wow, actually, that was my bad because he casts Emrakul. Yeah, I shouldn't have conceded there because he casts Emrakul and then takes my turn and then goes. Probably doesn't play anything. Then I play Ardent Plea and just wreck him. So shouldn't have conceded there. It wasn't over. Bring in Leyline of Sanctity actually takes care of that, but it's not a big deal. Hurkyl's Recall is just going to be very good versus us. I think we submit this. So we actually Blood Moon. Repill is decent for Blood Moon, so actually Blood Moon is probably bad in this match. And we hit no lands here, so I have to just mulligan it. And this is pretty bad as well, but I'll keep it and put a Violent Outburst on top. Because it doesn't matter what's on top. I think I'm just going to suspend Restore Balance. And then pass. So my bad with that. Yeah, Emrakul was just a win. Unless he had a Spell Pierce or something like that kept back, which could easily be the reasoning. I think we will go double Borderpost here, get a green source. And hopefully we don't get blown out by Hurkyl's Recall again. So I'd love to find a red source because of Ardent Plea. There's Talisman of Dominance. Still don't have the... This will help us with the Ardent Plea for next turn, though. Which might not end up happening because of the Talisman ability to add force. He has natural Tron. Thanatsir will rip it out. And he just has the counterspell mana up. Alright. So I deserve this loss for the scooping to Emrakul. We can still draw into a Hail Mary card. Not bad. So how's that? Restore Balance is coming along. It looks like he's going to repeal one of them. Repeal's the wrong one, in my opinion. It allows us to go for the Greater Gargadon. But I'm sure he's just going to hold Counterspell mana up. So we got to get really lucky here with so blue, white, we'll throw the white out. And I think we might as well get a Borderpost out. See if he condescends it. Pivot the Drown Yard. So I have to put Dispel counters and instant spells, so you can have all of those. So he's going to give me two cards in hand. So I choose a pile to put into its owner's hand. He can have the Hurkyl's Recall and the Dispel since Restore Balance is a sorcery. I don't want him to have the Condescend or the Expedition map, so he can have pile 2. I'm not worried about a Hurkyl's Recall at this point. So yeah. So there's the Hurkyl's Recall. Maybe I should have Greater Gargadon it all. Probably not a big deal. Because he just needs to counter this Restore Balance. And let's see if he has it. So he'll get the pile 1 in his hand. There's an Expedition map. He'll sack it. And we need a lot of luck here that he just doesn't have a counterspell in hand. And it is a Condescend and cannot pay for it. We find another Arid Mesa. We'll play the Forest because it gives it a chance for Violent Outburst next turn. That we can just draw into. Which possibly could happen. Thirst for Knowledge can't get a counter spell, but it can get him. Well, yes, it can. Yeah, that's just where he discards it. So we're so far away from that Greater Gargadon. Just the Thought-Knot-Seer beatdown. So I guess I should use that Ardent Plea a lot earlier. This Thought-Knot-Seer is totally not relevant. Because we just need to top deck into a Violent Outburst is the one card we can top deck into. Let's see if we hit it. We do hit it. That is actually pretty funny. Wow. Let's see if he just messes up here and utilizes his mana and in a turn his blue sources. Here we go. Let's see if we can get it to work. If this does hit, I will laugh. But he's got 8 cards in hand. And it is a remand. So the remand does save him. But I still feel bad about game 2. Pretty much, I think that it was more of bad matchups we ran into. You don't want to go up in against anything that has blue in its mana cost, and unfortunately that was the case with a few of those decks. But overall, it was a fun experience, and we shut down the storm. That's the good news. But all in all, this is probably a metagame call when you want to play this deck. It is pretty good against those more mid-range decks that I'd even say it's pretty decent versus Jund, just because they can rip out your hand, but they can't rip out top decks. And as soon as you top deck one of those cards like Violent Outburst, then once just a Restore Balance hits, the game is pretty much done, as you will wipe your opponent's board. Not sure if I like the Nahiri's combo over just the traditional, more of a control-based route. You can run cards that can, like Mardu Charm I've seen in builds before. I've seen other, like, more Beast Within type cards, Firespout type cards, Jund Charm, things that can just, it won't be suspended into for 3 mana. And then as just the, like, Kitchen Finks main, and then just go the Kitchen Finks beatdown after you've wiped a board, you have a 2-1 that's left, and can often, you'd be surprised how easy that is to take the game just with a 2-1. Lingering Soul is another option that I didn't use on this, which I probably should have, but I think you need to go into more of a black-sourced, you get rid of the mountains, I'm sure, or you need a basic swamp that you can put down, or just a boulder post, just one of the, I guess there's 8 sources without just the basic, but it's nice to have a basic swamp to recast Lingering Souls once it's in your graveyard. Anyway, hope you enjoyed these matchups. This is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.